So, man, I started off in the industry years ago, man, doing extra work. I actually started off working in radio, and I cut a commercial for the movie The Alamo with Billy Bob Thornton. The Alamo is a historical film about Texas. You know,
When it came out?
Yeah, remember The Alamo?
When it came out?
When it came out, I was just an extra, man. I was.
What time? Like early 2000s?
Yeah, 2001, 2002, something like that is when they made that film. So I went on. My kid was only 6 months old at the time. She's 20 now. But I went on as an extra. Meaning I was just background, bro. I was just a background fucking extra. But there was an opportunity to grow on that film because they needed extra stunt men to fall and die off the walls of the Alamo. So they gave us a little training, a little extra additional training, how to fall, how to use a gun, shit like that.
That's pretty cool. But
so I did that.
So did you, as a character, how did you fit the role? Like
I was just a soldier for Santa Anna's army at the time. So being a soldier of Santa Anna's army, raiding the Alamo, 185 soldiers inside the Alamo is pretty much what defended that fucking, the Alamo building.
Mm-hmm.
Out of those defending the Alamo, they took on all of Santa Anna's men. So in all that manslaughter taking place, they needed extra bodies to
keep dying.
To die. So during that time of dying and falling, I guess I excelled because I was really going head over heels for the industry, right?
So you died like 20 times as a different person?
I died more times to make a cat's life jealous.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and so as the opportunity was given, they needed extras to die. I became one of the B-boy backup utility stuntman, and I just realized, man, I'm actually doing stunts now. I'm doing stunts.
You never even tried to do stuff. You didn't even put your mind into doing stunts. It just happened.
No, I actually.
Were you trying to pursue that?
Yeah, I wanted to be doing stunts because as an extra, I was just, as an extra, bro. You know what it is. I'm just a body.
This is there
that eats.
Yeah.
You're a prop that eats is the way they look at you as extras on a movie set. So being a prop that just eats, I guess I wanted to do a little bit more. So one day I took off, walking towards the Alamo set. I was looking for the stunt coordinator, Phil Nielsen and Keith Willard. I ran into the stunt coordinator, Phil Nielsen. He was on a horse, and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I want to talk to the stunt coordinator." He goes, "Speak." I said, "Hey, is the ground softer on the side of your stuntman than the side of where I'm at?" And he looked at me like, "Are you stupid or what?" And I was just trying to get at, like, just give me an opportunity, man. Let me show you what I can do. He asked me for my name, and I said my name's been replaced by what I become. He looked at me kind of funny. And he goes, "What's that?" And I said, "I'm number 185. Everybody was given a number as an extra. He said, "All right, 185. Yeah, there were over 500 extras.
Shit.
So I was number 185. Extra number 185. And
at least it wasn't 200.
At least I wasn't 200, yeah. He said, "I'm going to call your number once. That's all you're going to get." For the next 2 days, I was like white on rice, bro. I was just waiting to be called. And he noticed me. He called my number, and I got to do my first stunt. Now, keep in mind, I've never, ever done stunts, but I come from South Texas. I can take some chingazos, and I can give them. Well, that day, man, we had a cannon blast. A cannon blast was just a pocket of air shooting from the ground up. What they wanted to simulate was a cannon blast coming from the Alamo, hitting the ground, and blowing up the soldier, pretty much. So a cannon blast, pocket of air just shooting out. I had rocks.
Hitting you like that?
Yeah, it hit me in the back of my leg. Actually cut through my uniform. And a little rock got embedded in my skin. I was like, fuck. They yelled cut. That was lunch. And I went to a porta potty. I kind of just I hobbled to a porta potty. Took care of myself. After lunch was over, stunt coordinator came up to me. He had seen me. He'd been paying attention the whole time. And he fucking whispered in my ear and he said, "Way to lick your wounds in private." And that was very manly, you know. That was like the man thing to do. You just suck it up and do it by yourself, right? And he says, I appreciate that. Way to lick your wounds in private. You ready to go again? I was like, sir, yes, sir.
For the same thing to happen again.
No, to do another stunt.
Okay.
Something else. So, something else, but much the same. Now, I never wore stunt pads. I got my stunt pads now. I know about wearing your knee pads, your elbows.
Through the experience.
Yeah, through the experience. I mean, I realized right away, you know, you better need your pads and shit. And that, something just clicked, man. I knew I was never going to do an ordinary 9 to 5 again. I really wanted this stunt. The adrenaline rush was amazing, so I chased the stunt work. And chasing the stunt work, the stunt hustle was a lot different. I would go to wherever the production was going on in Austin, Texas. Whatever the film was, I'd look it up. And I'd show up to the movie set, and I'd wait for lunch to break just to give the stunt coordinator my card with my height, weight, and all that shit. I'd be like, hey, Chapa, my name's so-and-so. I hope you don't mind. I don't want to take up too much of your time. This is me. My services are there for you. And many times I got the opportunity. Many times I didn't. But I never gave up that hustle. Eventually, I needed to find an agent as I was landing work here and landing work there.
And how do you find the agent? How did you get that? Like, where?
Man, I actually, my agent, I'm with Tag Talent out in Texas. I went to New Orleans with a friend of mine. He was with this agency and he had an audition. Mm-hmm. And he didn't want to drive to New Orleans by himself. So he asked if I would accompany him on the trip. And I'm like, yeah, bro. But I knew what he was going for. So I took my headshot and my resume. And I said, shit, I'm going to try to audition, bro. He said, go ahead. So we get to the audition. And I made up this whole story. I saw that they were calling Choppa. You know, he wasn't there. I said, oh, ma'am, I'm actually here in Choppa's place. You know, I'm here to audition, you know. I'm here to audition, you know. And who's your agency? Oh, I'm with that agency too. You know, I got an audition.
So you gave I feel like the New York style, like this bullshit the whole time.
Bullshitted, yeah.
That's fire. That's fire.
So I went in. I got the audition. I even got a call back that same day. My homeboy didn't.
Wow.
And he was pissed because he had driven 9 hours for this audition, hoping to get a call back.
He was hoping. You went for it.
And I went for it. I got a call back. And he's like, he's ready to go back to Texas. I'm like, hold up, bro. I got a call back. So he was kind of upset. During that call back, I didn't get the job, but I got the call back beautifully. On the way back to Texas, my friend's agency calls him and was like, who's this guy that's riding with you? Put him on the phone.
How they found out about you?
Because
that agency, I mean, that when you went to audition, called them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I went to audition, they called the agency. I was like, hey, your talent. So the agency was like, my talent? Okay. They were quiet. They listened. They heard. All right, yeah. I'm going to call my talent up right now. So they called my homeboy up. She was like, put him on the phone. I talked to the agent, and she was like, so, way to go in there and way to audition and way to get that call back. When you get back to Texas, come and see me. I want to talk to you. Got back to Texas the very next day. I went to the agency. She gave me a contract, signed me, and I've stayed with that agency the whole time ever since. Just because I don't think there's enough loyalty in the game.
To this day, you still with them?
Yeah, I'm still with the same agency. Granted, the lady doesn't own the agency anymore, and it's somebody else, but it's still called Tag Talent. And I've got a great agent. I mean, he's been there forever with the lady that used to own it before she sold it to him. Mm-hmm. So
did they find you the work, or? Yeah,
the agent usually finds me work. You know, they find me the audition. Okay. They submit me to whatever's out there. And
do you pay for it as well, or no?
Well, I pay my agent 10%. They get 10% because I'm SAG.
Okay.
If you're not SAG, you pay the agent. SAG, Screen Actors Guild. I'm part of the Screen Actors Guild as an actor.
So what does that do for you? Or
I'm able
part of that?
I pay a fee to be able to audition all over the world, pretty much.
So
Every
that
movie
the
comes out
entry.
of Hollywood, right?
Mhm.
Everything comes out of Hollywood. Whether they bring it to New York, whether they bring it to wherever it goes in the world, it pretty much all comes out of Hollywood. And to play in the Screen Actors Guild, you pay a fee, right? You're part of that union. Um, Sometimes it's a big hefty fee, especially if you're just breaking out and you're one of these starving actors, as we all start off. As it's not it's not something that in Texas at the time we didn't have to pay to be a part of the industry. You know, it was an right to work state in Texas, but a lot of work was going to Texas from Hollywood. Therefore, I felt like I don't need to pay my SAG wages. I don't have to pay the fees or anything. Works here. It's in that right to work state. As long as it's here, I don't have to pay. If it goes elsewhere and movies stop coming to Texas, I'll think about paying. Well, after a while, Texas stopped having film. The incentives didn't. They weren't there anymore. When they moved elsewhere, that's when I decided, let me bite the bullet. Let me go ahead and pay my SAG wages. So I paid just for I think Texas, Louisiana, Atlanta, right? All that fucking third coast area, and it was just a small fee at the time. If I'm gonna play in California, if I'm gonna play here in New York, you gotta pay maybe an additional 1,800 or something. So
just for an audition.
Well, just to partake in playing in these big old films, you know.
And are you gonna be part of? Will you be part of it, or just in case?
Just in case you get the job. Sometimes the work just never comes. It feels like, and you just got to stay vigilant and resilient with what you're doing, and you'll be paying what seems like
Nothing's not. You're not getting anything.
you're not getting anything out of it other than
just paying money.
Just hoping you get a job, right? Hoping you get that audition, and in that time, you tend to tell yourself, I don't want to go stagnant. I don't want to feel complacent. So we start to create for ourselves. You start writing your stories. You start getting your homies. You get together and boom, your little independent production kicks off. And those little independent productions are great, you know, because you see that certain teams can form the collective and y'all will collaborate beautifully and you'll get moving, you know, and everybody's there creatively doing something amazing. You know, it feels like that because that's what it starts off as. But sadly to say, greed sets in, and in any and every production, I'm sorry to say, it sets in because you have your egotistical, uh, brothers and sisters that just put that big head on after a while, man, and they feel they deserve a little bit more over here than what you did over there, and then you'll have you'll have your little discussions that become really heavy, and you'll feel like, well, forget it. I'm not gonna work with this guy anymore, man. That guy's just always doing somebody wrong. That guy's always trying to make up the story here, make up the story there. He's always got this or he's always got that. And then you realize because this industry is so small, as big as it is, it's also small. You'll realize who you won't be working with anymore. And it's not because they're not good. It's probably just because of the way they do business, and you don't like the way they do business.
So I think break. Like I say, it could start like you say. Start off good, like doing these independent things, but sometimes or most of the times in that end of that gold road, it just breaks off and it just doesn't work out because of people's egos and their greed.
Yeah. So, not to talk negative in any way of anybody. You just see how certain people will take advantage of others, and that's just a sad thing.
Their true color show.
Our true color shows right away sometimes. So I think the best thing I could say is continue to keep writing, man. Continue to keep putting out there, and continue to find the ones that are hungry for this creativity. You know, there's a whole. We live in the creatrix. I say we live in the creatrix because we're creating all the time. And as creatives, we want to continue to keep putting our best foot forward, knowing that we're leaving something behind for some little boy or some little girl to see and be inspired by.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it be film or music or art, poetry, you know, whatever the case may be. Something to inspire, right? Something that leaves behind your legacy.
And I feel like that's what you're here for, to inspire and create.
Yeah, that's
well, people want to control people's other
but people want to control your creative, yeah. They want to create. They want to control your creative outlet. That's what it seems like, and it's like, man. And then they want your network, and they want your resources, and they want your, you know, who you talking to. Oh wow, link up. Come on, man, get me LinkedIn. And yeah, it's just crazy. I met you. What? It seems like 2 years ago now.
It was probably two.
Like
Yeah,
2
it was
years ago, right?
during COVID.
It was there, yeah, when COVID
So
first hit.
So it was 2 years ago, yeah.
South by Southwest,
correct,
down in Austin, Texas.
In front of the Chupacabra.
In front of the Chupacabra, yeah, in front of the Chupacabra bar. And I just knew you were from here, and I was with another homie, Christian Del Rock.
Yeah. Who's
from here in New York. And you know, I call my boy Christian, man. Christian, shame on you for not keeping up with me, damn it. We were supposed to link up, and I don't know where he's at. He hasn't called me back.
You have to move. You have to move.
And, you know, it's like, bro,
come on, baby brothers,
I'm
man.
here. I'm in your backyard. You still have yet to come see me, bro. So shame on him. Shame on a lot of people, man. When the ball's in their court and they just don't.
They don't take the shot.
They don't take the shot. I've always been told you got to show up if you want to play the game,
mm-hmm,
right? And it's about just showing up. Showing up half the time is going to get you playing the game. Showing up gives you the opportunity to win while you play the game.
mm-hmm.
You don't know if you're going to win if you're not showing up or even trying to play. So
they're taking the loss, not showing up.
And that's why it's going to be easier for a brother like you, brother like me, and a sister like her behind the camera, because we show up. We get up, we get out, and we come to play. We come to deliver, and we come to inspire.
Mm-hmm.
Even on the smallest level.
Correct.
That it may be in. As you can see, I'm here in New York City. You know, I would invite you to step onto the balcony. I mean, but
it's cold.
I'm from Texas, man. And it's cold. You can see I'm sitting here with my little heated vest.
Inside.
Inside. I'm inside, and I'm here with my daughter. She's never been to New York. I've never really been to New York. I think I've seen enough of New York to fill my needs. Not only is it a cold place, literally, but yeah, it seems like the people here are cold as well.
I ain't cold, man. I'm warm. I just live here.
I look outside and we see the skyline, and the skyline just reminds me of a time and a place, and the passion of where people built this city. The city was probably built by immigrants, you know. If you think about it,
most likely.
They came from everywhere.
They came from everywhere.
Came from everywhere on a boat, looking at that Statue of Liberty, knowing that this was their place of freedom, hopes, dreams, desires, and so they put in their best foot forward to build, man, and they've left their little legacy behind, and you see it in the skyline. You see, but once you touch the ground down there. It's a different game. It's just a different onda, man. And I'm like, man, okay, all right, that's cool. Now, truth be told, I would not be here in New York if I wasn't working. I'm currently working on Law and Order right now, and the Organized Crime Season 3. That's the only thing that has me here. But the beautiful thing about being a creative is you'll want to link up with other creatives.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, first thing I did was call you.
No, man, y'all appreciate
I know
that's
coming
right
up
there.
here, boom, boom, boom. I started looking you up. Right, I'm like, where's my boy Chopper Don? Now, let me see where he's at, you know. Like, all right, here he is. All right, cool, let me hit him up. But at the same time, your little promotional video was up. You had the Daddy of the Year
Mm-hmm.
on all your page. I'm like, oh shit! And I've been seeing the Daddy of the Year throughout the whole year. Y'all been releasing little teasers before your movie came out. That shit was so hilarious, man. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. Oh, it's gonna blow up. Now, that's an independent production, right?
Yes, it is.
You know, that right there, I applaud it because y'all got a story told, bro. And that's not very easy to do. You know, just like music, just like art, unless somebody's putting it out there, who's gonna hear of it? Who's gonna see it?
Correct.
Right? You and your team did something great, man. Now, we might be upset because, fine, it's just an independent production and we want more out of it. I worked on a TV series called Queen of the South. I did 5 seasons. I played a character called Boaz Jimenez. And I started off as a stuntman on that show, delivering minimal dialogue. I messed up, bro. I became an actor. I messed up. I became an actor for 5 seasons, and you know I'm very fortunate of that TV series because that's actually what's had most of the heads turn in my direction. That's like the body of my work right there.
But what it took for you, I guess, to them to notice or make you an actor, like help give you that chance, like okay, let's see if it could work, or like what was that defining moment that changed course?
Just my personality, my persona, who I am, how I carried myself, how I always just give to everybody, how I anticipate everybody else's need. They saw something in me and they wanted to write for me. One of the original writers throughout all 5 seasons, Ben Lobodo, who created my character Boaz Jimenez, told me at the end of season 1, after they resurrected my character from the original thing that had happened in season 1, he said, "Man, I don't know if you know how good you are. You're really fucking talented. We get a season 2, I'm gonna expand your character." I deal with contracts, bro. I see a contract, that's the only thing that matters to me. You telling me this, you telling me that won't mean anything to me. When I see it in writing, that's something different.
So
contracts are important.
How can I say with the character? What was supposed to be his story at first before?
No, my story. I died automatically. I was actually in a DEA safe house where the main character Teresa Mendoza extracts me from this DEA safe house. Now I'm with her. She's telling me, I know why you were in that DEA safe house. The original storyline that I had was I was going to snitch on my brother. And I was going to bring down his cartel organization. The U.S. government had me in the safe house. Teresa Mendoza knew that the reason I was in the safe house was because I was going to give up my brother. She was trying to tell me something like, I can protect you, you know, just let me get to your brother. The dialogue was like, ha ha ha, you're funny, I don't know who you think you are. The U.S. government can protect me, but you're just some woman, you know. And then she shows me that she has my family. She has my family safe. I tell her something like, I can't believe you got my family. This is what my brother was waiting for. You know, now my brother knows that I turned against him. You better kill me. If not, we're all dead. Pretty sure my brother's coming right now with an army to kill us. She shows me a contract of some sorts on a table with a pen. I stabbed myself with it. I stabbed myself in the neck. I killed myself off originally.
But it ain't going nothing like that.
Yeah,
you lived another 5 seasons.
So nobody ever will see the original work I first did.
So you did that work?
I did that work. I did that work on season 1, episode 4. I killed myself off. I had 13 pages of dialogue. For me, it was the most glorifying work that I had been able to do to that date.
Because you was acting.
Because I was acting.
You had dialogue. You got to talk. You got to act.
Like, wow, this is great, man. I'll never have another character like this. This is great. Oh,
you love that character.
So I killed myself off. I'm done, right? I went home and I'm thinking, well, that's it for my character. But I'd be lying if I didn't tell you that the moment I got my character, I told myself, now my character's going the distance.
Like money. He's money.
This guy's going the distance. So when I ended up offing myself, I kept thinking, like, there's got to be a flashback scene of me somewhere. They're going to bring me back. They're going to bring me back. I just knew it. I had premonitions of them bringing me back. I'd been having dreams that I was coming back. I just didn't know how. So when I auditioned for SEAL Team 6, I was asking my agent the whole time. I think they were already on episode 10 of Queen of the South. And I kept asking my agent every week, like, hey, you sure you're not bringing me back? You sure you're not bringing me back? You sure you're not bringing me back?
Like a kid.
Cause I swear they're bringing me back. I know they're bringing me back. You know, my dreams, my premonitions, man, it just had me asking that. Now, if I didn't have those dreams or premonitions, I probably would have just, like, knew I was done with. But I kept asking. Then I had SEAL Team 6 audition. I told my agent, I'm going to shave my face, man. And he said, do whatever. So I shaved my face. I did my videotape audition. I sent it in. And as soon as I sent it in, my agent's calling me. He goes, tell me you didn't shave your face. I said, man, I told you I was going to shave my face. You saw my audition. I just sent it to you. You go, oh, JT, oh, my God. You just got a call back from Queen of the South. So, what do you mean they called me back? They killed me off. He goes, no, they're resurrecting your character. You're going back episode 12. I said, what? How? How the fuck am I going back? Is this a flashback scene? I goes, no, it's something totally different. Well, they had to put fake mustache and beard on my face.
Oh, wow.
I sat there in the chair for 3.5 hours, man.
Why they putting that shit?
Yeah, well, they made me look like this. They made me look like this. It took 3.5 hours. And I did that 2 days. For 2 different days, I had to sit in the chair. So a total of 7 hours is what it was. When I got back on set, I was just surprised. And I'm overhearing that all of season 1 was done wrong. They let go of 6 original writers. And they told Bernard Bodo and Daylin Rodriguez, fix up season 1. So they went back, man, and they were looking at the footage that they could salvage. And, you know, as I came back and I did my little scene, Bernard Bodo shared with me, like, you're talented, kid. You're really talented. I don't think you know how talented you are. We get a season 2. I'm gonna expand your character. Now, that was neither here nor there for me at the time. I was waiting for a contract. Season 2 came about. I got a contract for 5 episodes on season 2. And season 2, episode 4, I killed my brother. That's where just everything took off from there.
Right, because you became the villain.
I became a crazy villain.
Yeah, niggas like, when I saw the show, I'm like, man, fuck that nigga, man. That nigga's an asshole, man.
That was a dickhead.
And the funniest part is that the more I kept seeing the shit and the way his whole character kept transforming, cause he's still that, but it's like he's just walking a different path. It's like, yo, I fuck with this nigga. Like, out of you, it's you and Pote. Pote money.
Pote is money.
Pote money, because he kept just... In a sense, like, people wish people they were like that loyal.
Well, he wasn't really loyal when you think about it.
No, it's true. It's true. In the beginning,
he let her get raped.
It's true. In the beginning, it's true. It's true.
If I were to this, I would have killed that a long time ago.
That's a fact.
You know, you can't let me get raped and then say that.
But I was Harada. That whatever he did, he tried to make amends no matter what.
Yeah, he made amends. Good storyline.
No, it was good. It was good.
What do you do on the storyline?
No, it was good.
I get all
my son Boaz's money. No, it was money.
I always get upset because, one, I've got daughters. So anyway, with Pote letting that happen,
it's comeback.
I didn't forgive him. I didn't forgive him on that.
I feel you. You know, it's funny. His character, as the time you bring that up, as it progressed, and you just see how like loyal he is to Teresa. In a sense, as a watcher, you didn't even like. In a sense, that moment you forget.
Yeah, everybody forgot about that.
You know what I'm saying? You forget about the but the moment of like you killing your brothers, it just it's like you feel it because it's like.
Hey, nobody ever forgot about me killing my brother, but everybody forgot about Portland and Teresa get raped.
That shit fucked up. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's some fucked up shit. That shit just got me thinking.
Hey, cause you start thinking about it. I mean, would you wanna?
I kill that nigga fan.
Yeah,
that nigga done.
He let her get raped and forget about it. And
it's true.
Only when he saw her again. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, come on, man. The writers did an amazing job.
No, they did great. Story. They did great.
They told a good story.
That's what you want. You want people to hate a character and feel that way, and then they can change.
They did a good job writing that.
Great writers.
But at the same time, that's just creative writing.
Yeah. That was like one time you told me. I said
because in real life, he would have died. As far as I'm concerned.
Like I remember the first time I met you, when you said the story earlier. I was like. Yo, when I first met him, he's like, and I realized he was Boaz. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I can't even write the shit up. He's like, you can.
Yeah, it's like you can't even make this shit up. Well, you can if you're a writer.
I'm like, yeah, this is different.
But sometimes you don't have to when it's just given to you.
That's hilarious.
You know, and I always say that. People always say, you can't make this shit up. You can. The most creative ones can.
It's true.
But sometimes you just don't need to because the creatrix provides. And that's it. If you trust your creative process, you just may be blessed with it. That brings me back to your story, man, with Daddy of the Year. There's obviously a creative process there that your writer, your director, the whole little team put together, and then said, you're the main star. All right? And in being the main star, you know, you carrying a lot there. So sometimes the contracts won't be exactly what you want, but the fact that y'all put something out
to give the character a chance or everybody a chance.
Yeah, it's an important thing to acknowledge, and you know, no one person has the full control to decide what happens for everybody else on that team. Granted, somebody's always wanted to have that full control. I think. I don't know how your deals are on an independent. I know how usually they end up being, but
I feel like it's like I don't know. It's like there is no deal. I feel like they just. I don't like the contract they show me, and they're just saying it's just for the movie. I just feel like everything is like a ploy. It's like a whole smoke screen.
It might be a nice little smoke screen for you, but at the end of the day, I'm still gonna say, take the chance, man. Take the chance.
Because I don't know what could occur.
Because you don't know what's going to happen out of it. I could have been upset many a times at the way I felt like those 5 seasons may have done me. You know, everybody's always wanting a little bit more bank. I could care less. My glass is always going to be half full. All right. Don't look at your glass as being half empty. Just tell yourself your glass is half full. It's the relationships that you're going to be able to create and make and nurture off of this movie, because somebody's going to see it. They're going to recognize your talent. They're going to see you're hella fucking funny and that you're hella talented, and they're not going to want to talk to the director. They're not going to want to talk to the writer. They're not going to want to talk to the producer. They're going to want to talk to you directly, because they're going to want to offer you something. And that's what you got to just tell yourself. I know that to be true, because that's all I ever told myself was like the relationships I'm going to build, the relationships I'm going to be able to nurture, the people that I have yet to meet, that I know I will be meeting. It's happened. It's happened in a beautiful little way, you know. There's so many fans of Queen of the South out there, and I've had the opportunity to meet so many people. Hell, I spoke with Mike Tyson, bro.
Yo, bro, I was about to tell you that too. You read my mind, man. How was that with Mike Tyson? I gotta ask, man.
Man, Mike Tyson.
How was that?
Mike Tyson is a champ, you know. He's the king. What can I say? Mike Tyson is just a beautiful soul. You know, he's from here, man. He ain't too far from here, man. Yeah. Mike Tyson ain't too far from. He's from what? Bushwick? Where's he from?
I don't know, but I know he's from Brooklyn.
Yeah, you're from Brooklyn. Mike Tyson ain't too far from here, and that in itself was just amazing because
was that mind blowing for you?
Yeah,
in a sense, me and Mike Tyson smoked with Mike Tyson.
Smoked with Mike Tyson. Smoked 3 joints with Mike Tyson. Taking shrooms with Mike Tyson. Yeah.